If you run a small business, you might maintain important business data in an Access database. If you do, you can create a pivot table based on the original database table instead of importing the data into Excel. In this movie, I'll show you how to do just that. To create the pivot table, first you click the Insert tab on the ribbon, and then click the Pivot Table button. Then, in the Create Pivot Table dialog box, select the Use an External Data Source option, and then click Choose Connection. The connection we want doesn't appear in the existing connections list, so we'll click Browse for More, and then navigate to my Exercise Files folder, which is on my desktop, in the Exercise Files folder, and in Chapter 1. And the database that I want to use is called PT Database, so I'll click it, and click Open. Now we can create the pivot table report on an existing worksheet, and right now the location is Sheet 1, Cell A1, and that is the highlighted cell here. That's fine. So we can click OK, and create a link to that data, and create a pivot table based on that data. And now I can create the pivot table as I would normally. So in this case, I will have company providing the values for the row labels area, and then we'll put quarter over in the column labels area, and then we'll fill in the values or the sum of the sales for each company for each of those quarters in the values area. Creating a pivot table by connecting to an Access database table saves you the trouble of importing the data into your workbook. However, you must be able to connect to the database, either as a file on the same computer or over a network, for your pivot table to have the most current data. If you think maintaining your connection to the database will be an issue, then you should import the data into Excel and create your pivot table from that imported data. I should also point out that the techniques I showed you in this movie also let you connect to an online analytical processing, or OLAP cube, such as those created by SQL Server Analysis Services.